Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Spiritual. I went back to my OG setup because this is definitely the best place to do this, even though I hate cleaning off my table. But it's just so much better of a video to do it this way. Alright, so this is going to be for the sign of, oh, we have a cat. This is going to be for the sign of Virgo for the second half of June. Virgo, second half of June. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Virgo, second half of June. Honesty. That came out in someone else's reading. I forget which one. It was one of the earlier signs. These readings are so much like, they're all about self-growth. They're all about becoming your emperor and empress energy. It's insane here. We have honesty and guardian of the gate, which is about passageway to like a new life, right? Honesty, I'm thinking, is this more honesty with yourself? And then this is kind of about manifesting, right? Manifesting your soulmate, calling in your soulmate. And be honest with yourself that you've been dating the wrong people, or you've been dating toxic people, or been in toxic cycles, or... Alright, what's going on with Virgo, second half of June? Virgo. Yep, mountain. As you can kind of visualize, right? A mountain. You're working your way up to the top, right? Here you are at the top, ready to go down this gate, right? You've finally gotten to the point where you've risen up from the ashes, you've learned who you are, discovered yourself, you've grown as a person, and you're finally at the tip of that mountain. You've been honest with yourself. You're ready to call in your soulmate, right? You're there. You've done the work, right? We have the mice, which is about stress, I believe. Stress, problems, mistakes, chaos, loss, worry, anxiety. Stress or worry is brought on by problems or chaos. But I think it's been a long road up this mountain, right? I think you've hiked this mountain for a long time. You've hiked this mountain for a long time, but you finally gotten to the top and you see this passageway, right? And you finally step through that passage. You're finally honest with yourself about a couple last things, right? And you're finally ready to go through this gate and call in your soulmate. Because once you've worked on yourself, right, then you're ready for your soulmate. What's going on? Virgo for second half of June. It's funny, there's a mountain in that card. It's, yeah, oh. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. Alright, so first we have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. This is about burdens and confusion, right? You've definitely had a hard time with it here. With this mice card, you've been stressed, confused, burdens about who you were, where you wanted to go, why things weren't going right, what choice to make here. But as you can see, this person, it looks like they're more at the top of a castle, but in a sense, it's like a mountain. It's like, and they're holding the world in their hand, right? And you can see here, right? This guy has a mountain in the picture, right? He's gone all the way up the mountain. Knight of Wands is a passionate energy, a little bit fast moving, right? So I think you're finally at the tail end, right? You're finally at the tail end. Gotten through all the stress, confusion, burdens, right? You're here, right? You're at the top of the, finally got to the top of the mountain here. And now you're holding the world in your hand and you're like, well, now where do I go? I've done the work. I've crossed this path. I'm walking through the gate. But which, it's almost like which gate do you choose too? Which path do you choose? Which way do you want to go? He's like, all right, I'm here. I've done it. Now what? Why is the Ten of Wands here? King of Wands. Passionate king here. It's like you've had a lot of passion along the way. Like you've never really gave up, right? You've always been a very passionate person. You always knew there was more to life. You always knew kind of roughly what path you wanted to go on. But it's been a little bit confusing, a little bit hard, stressful. It's been a really steep mountain to climb up, right? Where's the Seven of Cups here? Why is the Seven of Cups here? Wounded warrior energy, Nine of Wands. You've been confused. It's almost like you walked down a bunch of dead ends, right? Here's all the options here. And you're wounded. And you're like, here you are at the top here, right? You're like, I don't know which path to choose. Every path I've chosen in the past has been wrong. But like, you never gave up. Like, you're still this passionate person here. You're holding all these sticks. You're like, you haven't dropped them yet, right? You never gave up. You still continue to walk up and up and up and up that mountain, right? You didn't know which path to go, right? You've been wounded. You've been hurt. Every time it's felt like you just walked into a wall and walked into a wall and walked into a wall, right? But you never gave up. It's like, what would you call this video? It's like, the worst is over, really. Yeah. That's the Knight of Wands here. Woo! Okay. Hi. Page of Pentacles. It's like baby steps. Baby steps up the mountain. It's been a long journey for you. Page of Pentacles is a small offer, but it's like, man, like you've been through the ringer, basically. It's like burdens, but you never dropped them here. You never dropped it. You were confused. You were scared, but you never lost your passion. You never did. You were never a pity party. You just kind of, you took it. You took the stress and you dealt with it. You were honest with yourself, but you finally, slowly walked up to this gate, right? Or walked up the mountain, right? To this gate. To this gate. And once you've kind of mastered yourself, that's when the additional person can come in, right? That's when the soulmate can come in. And Two of Wands here. Let's see. What's up with the Two of Wands? That's the Two of Wands here. Page of Swords. This is about spying. You are thinking a little bit too hard about which path to take because of how much you've been hurt in the past, how many burdens you've dealt with, how many times you've been hurt, right? You're doing a lot of research before you, and I think that's why it's been a little bit slow, is because you've been burned and you don't want to be burned again. You don't want to be kicked right down that mountain. So you've been going slow, trudging, like, you know what I mean? Like slowly walking up that mountain. And now you're here and you're like, I don't want to fall back down that mountain. I don't want to go down that hole again. I want to go here. I want to go through the gate. So I'm going to strategically think about every option that I can do before I go ahead and do it. And in a way that's good, but don't like too much obsess, because your blessing is waiting here. Your soulmate's waiting. Whatever else you want is waiting. Literally, the worst is over. You've hiked up that mountain. You've hiked up that huge mountain. Sweet. Alright guys, hopefully that was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe so you can be notified when I post future videos. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at It's Simply Sharon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.